Yo. Welcome to the motherfucking neighborhood. Before we do anything in the neighborhood, we set the vibe. Today is Thorough fucking Thursday. You already know I'm on the way to the motherfucking gym. The mantra is do it on the dick. You already know. Alright, so Thorough Thursday. This the motherfucking vibe for today. I had to restart this bitch to let the beat drop because this one of my shit. Hey.
Cook that shit up, Cook
that shit up, boy. What we doing? Hey. What?
Oh my gosh, back at it again. In the kitchen whipping, I'm rapping again. Whipping. Keep on playing, bitch, then I'm stabbing your friend. Woo. I'm in the hood, they think I'm back trapping again.
Hey.
Woo. Oh my gosh, back at it again. Hey. All my greasy niggas stabbing again. Hey. Big up all that on me, backpacking again. Keep
my
a powder
face
on me, backpacking the best.
I forgot Gucci on this shit.
Back at it, count up 100, the rest of it, yeah, my wrist a Titanic, ice in the glacier, it do that make ice, yeah, your nigga gon' panic, I see through a panic like a panoramic, yeah, then get back to whipping, then get back to trapping, your nigga back at it, if it's too crowded, might shoot out the roof and say let him come through, keep it 1,000 when I'm in the booth, I spend 2,000 to step in the shoes, gang gon' get how you think we gon' lose, back to back motorcade, that's how we move, on mama porch, I was sitting on the stool, when I hopped up, I took off to the moon,
oh my gosh, back at it again,
Hey.
in the kitchen whipping, I'm rapping again. Whipping. Keep on playing, bitch, then I'm stabbing your friend.
I'm stabbing your friend,
I'm in the hood, they think I'm back trapping again.
Oh my gosh, back at it again. Hey.
All my greasy niggas.
I hope Gucci come up next. I forget.
Big up all that on me, backpacking again. Keep a quarter on me, backpacking the best. My diamond like feature, bitch, I'm
Gonna let it run. Fuck that shit. The vibe for the day.
Don't take it easy, you trippin', I'm leaving. I drank in the freezer, this shit that come easy. I'm trapping, I mean it. My blood double G me. That cooler, that heater. Take nice and ureta.
That cooler.
A nigga white beater. Chop a
Hey.
nigga out of his feet. Don't call me little baby, I'm sorry, don't need you. As mine, I got shot up, then went up on features. Body for body, my niggas some demons. We tip it, tally, you busted and beans. Stopped in Atlanta, in the boo with my Nina. Back in the day, used to trap in the beamer. I'm a true hustler, my bitch is a schemer. Skeet in her eyes and that little bitch a creamer. Oh my gosh, back at
And that little bitch
again.
a creamer.
In the kitchen whipping, I'm rapping again. Whipping. Keep on playing, bitch, then I'm stabbing your friend.
Hey.
I'm in the hood, they think I'm back trapping again.
Hey. Oh my gosh, back at it again.
All my greasy niggas stacking again. Hey. Big up all that on me, backpacking again. Keep a quarter on me, backpacking the best.
so froze, I can't shake hands,
I gotta give you a pound. Hey.
My bank account quadruple, think I'm still slanging pounds. Total catching my vote for who tryna get this dope across the border. Grew up, I'm from East Atlanta, but stand my ground like it's Florida. Fuck the judge, fuck the bailiff, fuck the local reporter. Feel the hold you to my lawyer, grew up slicker than oil. Caught the done, wrote the rape to the truck with the odds. Look like Aurora, still a ship, every time I bring out my cars. Fucking stars by the bar, neighborhood superstar. 24K,
I let this shit run.
to the drawers. I'm thinking Lord's talking old money, you go to bars. Blue Sound 20, futuristic, moving his
Yo. Welcome to the neighborhood. So, I'm gonna have a special little guest on to give us some advice today. Today's message is gonna be about power. But you already know I can't record that shit till I get back home. Headed to the gym. I'll pop back on later. Hey. Power. Go. First thing you think of when you think of the word power.
Capacity, ability. Yes, I'm gonna stay right there. Capacity and ability.
Bet. Yo, welcome to the motherfucking neighborhood. As you just saw, we got a special guest in the neighborhood. As he would say, he's definitely a friend of the motherfucking neighborhood. But I know we already set the vibe for the day, but just before we really go into what we about to do, I gotta run this. And I was thinking about it before, cause I know how this song is, but like, I need you guys to really fucking listen to this intro. I was just like, this intro long as fuck. But I really want you all to listen to this shit. So Dead part. It's dead part. So we already set the vibe, but when it's lit, it's lit. So you already know. On Saturdays we follow our spirit, but fucking anytime we in the neighborhood, we follow our fucking spirit.
You know what? I'm proud to say I'm from Louisiana. Ain't no other place like this in the whole world, you heard me? You come down here, everything is slow down. You walk different. You talk different. You move different. It's a different smell in the air. You go through adversity and bounce back like a true soldier.
Like a soldier. I thought I told you.
They say we country, but we don't gain more than they don't gain. Some of the most beautiful, kind-hearted people you'll ever meet, but please don't get me wrong. Come down here with that tripping, you won't find your way back home. I like to welcome y'all to the group. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana.
This is the time to get whatever it is, tea, coffee, blunts, Molly's, perks, to get ready for this tea you about to get in the neighborhood. This the vibe for the motherfucking day, bitch. You can just look at me. Hey. Let that beat drop. Hey. Hey, I'm from Louisiana, bitch, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana, bitch, I'm from Louisiana. We call it that boot. I'm from Louisiana, bitch, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana, bitch, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana, bitch, I'm from Louisiana. We call it that boot. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana, you know we go down, hey.
Niggas about that action, we don't really fuck around. It's why niggas pop them jiggers. We drink white, we drink brown. I'm from Grand Louisiana.
We say water, that too. Bow. Hey.
318, that's where I'm found. Right on 20 in the woods, the police won't be a sound. It's why niggas flip the pounds. It's where Boosie got the crown. We say water, we say round. When we load it, we say round.
Bow. Bow.
Ain't nobody scared, man. Tripping, you's a dead, man. I put that on everything. What G-Time, got Rust Time, got Jonesboro, a lot of country spots. You can go down south, come on top. You play with us, then we can dump it out. We got N.O., we got Lake Charles, we got Lafayette, we got B.R., got Ratchet City, got Rome City. Play with us, you see E.R., we got Allison, we got Negative. So from a place where we do shit raggedy.
Hey.
When I'm out of town, I'ma hold it down, cause I'm probably loaded and I'm probably out of line.
Bitch, I'm from Louisiana. Straight like that. Hey. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana. We call it that boot. Bow. All right, yo, welcome to the motherfucking neighborhood. Before I do anything, I have to take a brief seconds to say, shout out to Go DJ Star. Rest in peace, Go DJ Star. I'm watching this video and I'm seeing you sitting on the car in this video. I always say, you know, I'm a bad motherfucker because the good die young. Shout out to motherfucking Go DJ Star. I was so blessed to have met him in my lifetime. He was such a beautiful spirit and a beautiful soul. And he was one of those gems that you really don't ever get to, like, he was a gem. Like, everybody didn't find him, everybody didn't get to meet him, but I'm pretty sure all that ever met him, they were blessed. So shout out to motherfucking Go DJ Star. But yo, welcome to the motherfucking neighborhood. Welcome to the motherfucking neighborhood. We got a special guest in the motherfucking neighborhood, and bitch, he from Louisiana. It's so refreshing when you walking down the street and you bump into somebody that's from the same place you from. You feel me, shawty? Even though that colloquialism, you feel me, shawty? That's the ATL thing. But you know, I done been around. I met a lot of people, done a lot of things. All right, so If it's your first time in the motherfucking neighborhood, I gotta give you some neighborhood rules, some community rules on how to navigate the motherfucking neighborhood. If it's your first time in the motherfucking neighborhood, please make sure you bring it back to the bottom of the map. Make sure you go all the way back to the beginning and watch a video called Welcome to the Neighborhood. Welcome to the motherfucking neighborhood is the very first video that has ever been uploaded by me. It's awkward like me. It's awkward like me, but watch from Welcome to the Neighborhood in chronological order until the point you came in on the journey. All right, so that's Welcome to the Neighborhood, which is the first video I ever uploaded, then the first video, which is the first video, then the second video, then the third video, then the fourth video, then the fifth video, then the sixth video, so on and so forth until you get to the point you came in on the journey. What's the point you came in on the journey? Oh my God, I'm so glad you asked. The point you came in on the journey is the video that you clicked that introduced you to me. That said, do I want to like, share, and subscribe? Am I interested in what this bitch talking about? Is she talking about anything? Like, or do I just want to keep motherfucking moving? Thank you. Next. Do I want to thank you next this hoe? A little more information, a little more instructions on how to navigate the neighborhood. I just need you to know we follow two people here. First, God, forever and always. As for me and my house, we serve the Lord. We serve the Lord. I don't give a fuck who you serve. This is a no judgment zone. This is a place where anybody, as the ghetto nun would say, all are welcome. All are welcome. I don't give a fuck who you are, where you from, what you did. Here's where you, this is a safe space. I don't give a fuck. So this is where you can come. But as for me and my house, I serve the Lord. So just understand why you in the neighborhood. I'm gonna talk about God and you got a problem with it, fuck you. That part. Second, we follow Uncle Luke. We don't stop. We pop that pussy. We keep going past the point we came in on a journey. So the video that you clicked to introduce you to me, if there are more videos after that video, watch until the very last video that has been uploaded. I like to tell people this is a story of a girl and God, and you get to see where I'm going. You get to watch. And I hope to give you any gems along the motherfucking way. I hope to give you any gems along the way. This is my proverbial Noah's Ark. Shout out to the peace dealer forever and always. It makes sense to me. It may make sense to you. It may not. I don't really give a fuck, but at some point it will. If you wanna know a little bit about the channel and why I am doing what I'm doing, make sure you go and see a video called The Thing About Hope. A Thing About Hope. I never can fucking remember the name of that video. But if you watch these videos in chronological order, you will run into that bitch at some motherfucking point. You'll run into that bitch at some motherfucking point. All right, guys. All right. Ooh, excuse me. I got all of the fucking teas, all of the fucking juices. So I just left the gym. I thought I had a motherfucking meeting today. Like I was just but I ended up not having one. But so I just left the gym. You already know, do it on the dick. That's the mantra. That's the mantra for what the fuck, baby, let me be your motivation. What's your motivation? So I'm hitting the gym every day, six days a week. And so when I was at the gym, the young man that I'm gonna weave into this video, you already know that's where you can find that motherfucker. But so I got my collagen water. So I don't eat in the morning. Most of you guys already know. But so after I work out, I just drink he told me to eat, but it's still probably too early to eat for me to eat. But that'll probably, what he told me to eat will probably be my second meal. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. But it's a protein, so I'm drinking this, my protein, and then I got my tea, y'all already know, and I got my turmeric. So that part, y'all see me with all my cups. That's why I double cup love. You're the one to lean on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing. That's why a bitch look thirsty as fuck. You gotta stay hydrated. Hydrate, bitch, hydrate. That part. But today is Thorough Thursday, and I'm really excited about this Thorough Thursday. I'm sitting there. First off, let me vent for 2.5 seconds. Bitch, my arms hurt. Like I woke up this morning, my legs were feeling better. I was like, oh, it's a miracle, I'm healed. Bitch, so I go to the gym today and I do the workout that's on the app, and it's like the fundamentals. Bitch, all my arms and my chest hurt. Y'all gonna see if the insert of the interview is a little shaky, bitch. I'm sorry, y'all. You already know I'm reading a message that's popping up on my phone. Okay, I'm sorry. So messages pop up on my phone. If I stop and I look like I'm doing the fucking That's So Raven stare, I might actually be doing That's So Raven shit, or I might be reading a message. You can never tell. But my arms hurt like shit today. But I feel good. I feel great. I'm dedicated. I'm sticking to this shit. Like God's will be done. I just got so many things. But while I'm in the gym and I'm working out, I'm thinking about this video for today. I've been thinking about this video since like yesterday, since I talked to my mentor, and just I've been letting God pour in my spirit, and when God move, I move, hey, just like that. So God put something on my spirit. I'm gonna try something, and let's see how that shit. You know how that shit go. Let's see how that shit go. All right. So today's topic is power. Man, power is such a, so you would have seen the snippet of Corey just tell you what power is, what it's about, what he just first rip, what is power about? But power is such a, man, it's such a multifaceted thing. It's such a dangerous thing if not handled with care. I always tell you guys, anything in excess is poison. So, I'm trying to think about, as I sit here and talk to you, because I already know what song I'm gonna run. I'm gonna take us out on that little Pussy Got Some Power, that Kevin Gates power song. But maybe I'll set the stage or set the platform before I'm gonna talk, then insert him, and then come back. But like, just a matter of fact, I'm gonna textbook you hoes. The lawyer in me wants the textbook. The Dr. Coates in me wants the textbook you hoes. So I'm gonna textbook you hoes. Like, the definition of power. I think that's extremely important. That fucking gay song stuck in a bitch head. It's stuck. I'm stuck, mama. The first thing that come up is 50 Cent. Bitch, 50 Cent is not the only thing about power. Let me define power first. Shout out to 50. It's 50. I love 50. In a past life, we were married. All right. Power. Now, the ability to do something or act in a particular way, especially as a faculty or quality. Okay, another definition: the capacity or ability to direct or influence the behavior of others, or the course of events. And I love that came up, God, here, because like Corey said that verb. So that was power as a noun. Supply, a device with mechanical or electrical energy. 2, move or travel with great speed or force. I think like so power, just in that sense, first we gotta lay the foundation that power could be so many fucking different things. I think for everybody, you need to understand your power. You need to understand first, not even your power, what power is. I was talking to my mentor yesterday, and she said something to me. She was just like, I was talking to her about a competition that I entered. I didn't win the money, but I won like the projects that I created will be implemented throughout the company. And she said, and I felt the way about it. I was just like, well, I didn't get the money, so I'm salty. She was just like, you got something better. And she was like, you got power. And I, like, in my mind, all of the things that I've ever run across, all of the people I ever run across with power, I didn't like. Like people abuse power so much. And one thing I realized about power is people may abuse power inadvertently because they don't know that they have it. If you don't know that you have power, you can most certainly motherfucking abuse it. I think that power is something that we don't really think of. It's something that we put in the back of our minds, and because we put it in the back of our minds, we subconsciously give our power to other people. We let it fall by the wayside, or we abuse it. So one, you need to, I think it's very important to understand that I got the power. Shout out to the Linnea, the Supernova, for that one, bitch. But understand what your power. If you let's do a self-assessment. Today, you already know, today is Thorough Thursday, so we're going in, we're taking apart power. We're really dissecting what power is, and I want to really dissect it so that we can, the methodology is the most important thing. When you know how something works, then you can really use it to its full potential. And to all my change agents, to all my leaders, to all my influencers, to all of my people who use power, as Corey would say, as you will see, for the good, I I want you to understand what it is, how to use it, how to manipulate it, how to use it to your benefit, how to recognize when it's being used not to your benefit, when you're not using it to your benefit, and when you're giving your power away, or when you, like, I think I might have said this, or when you're abusing it and you just probably don't know because you don't understand that you got power. That little pussy got some power. That song that just keep popping in my head. So, I really think this is I don't know. I really think this is a good time for me to hop off and let Corey run his spiel about power. So this is I asked him a few questions about what he thought power was and how he felt about power. And I asked him for some advice about power. Like what would be the advice that he gave about power. And then after I let his little spiel run, I'm gonna hop back on and kind of break down some of the ideas or the ideologies about power. I was listening to some really good things last night. I was listening to Amber Khan off the Quietest Revolution talk about she was talking to Scorpio, and she was talking about venom and things like that. And my brain is it's like I got so many things to talk about, and I'm all rambly, but hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully this is cohesive. So with that being said, I'm gonna pop off, run Corey, then pop back on beat. I hate when my remote does not fucking pop off. It just doesn't, like, it just don't flow. I'd be like, I'm about to do something cool, and they'd be like, no, bitch, you're not. actually, you're not really that cool. But I am, though. Yo, welcome to the motherfucking neighborhood. I'm gonna do a different intro, but we got another intro. We got a special guest in the motherfucking neighborhood. Today is Thorough Thursday. Y'all already know how we go on Thorough Thursday. The message for this week, or the thing we're gonna talk about this week, is power. Okay, so really quickly, this is Corey. I tell you guys about him all the time. This is my fitness coach here at Anytime Fitness, but he do all of the things. So real quick, Corey, tell us who you are. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah. It's your boy Corey. Now I also go by CEO, as in C-Y as in yellow, O-S as in Oscar. Get a tongue twisted. But yeah, man, I'm a fitness professional. As my girl say, I do a few things. I have a podcast. I also dance. A lot of people in the city know that I dance and bust moves. And I enjoy dope conversations, okay? I like to think of myself as an intellectual.
Yeah, we talk all the motherfucking time about all the motherfucking things.
And we homies.
And bitch, we from Louisiana. Hey. All right. So really quickly, because you already know I'm always on the motherfucking run. So really quickly, just to give you, Corey, a little bit about what we're gonna talk about today. Don't judge me, because I just finished the arm workout, so my arms fucking hurt, and I'm holding this, but I'm gonna just put it as a part of the workout. So one of the things that I learned, or I know about power, or I realize about power, like power in the hands of the wrong person can corrupt. And someone told me yesterday that I had power, and I was like, I don't really want power, because I don't like what it does to people. So today on Thorough Thursday, I want to talk about how to use power for the greater good. Like if you were a superhero and you had a superpower, how would you use it for the greater good? But like, what do you know about power? What are your experiences with power? How has power affected your life in a negative or positive way, or if in any of those ways at all?
This is good. So I like to, oftentimes when I talk, I like to give different perspective, right? So in my younger days, much like you, the word power would kind of rub me wrong, because what I've noticed and experienced is a lot of times people, whenever they hear the word power, they think about it only in the capacity of having influence over others. Whereas power is also about the influence that you have over yourself, the control that you have over yourself. So outside of having power over other people, you can have power over you and what it is that you're doing and what it is that you want to do. Okay? So in understanding I got the power, that means, going back to my words that I offered earlier, I have the capacity to do what it is that I want to do, I desire to do, I dream to do, and I have the ability. And sometimes we lose sight of that. Sometimes we can feel hopeless. Sometimes we can feel powerless. But if we understand, not to get too churchy.
Yeah, we can always go to church here. You already know we follow God in this bitch. So look, take us to church. Hey, all day, every day. As for us in our house, we serve the Lord, bitch.
Boom.
Okay, keep going. I'm sorry. I'm extra.
Me too, though. That's why I love you. So yeah, oftentimes we lose sight of that. But if we all remember, those who are believers, right? God made us in his likeness, in his image. Everything that we need is within us.
Absolutely.
So sometimes we need to be reminded that we have the power to do all the things that we need to do and that we want to do. And don't ever forget that you have the capacity and the ability. Boom. That's that on that.
All right, I got another question for y'all. I don't even want to ask it, but God's telling me ask it because my arms hurt. But bitch, I'm gonna do it. All right. So, did you always recognize your power? And if not, when did you realize you had power?
Ooh, I did not always recognize it. And it's so funny because I'm a person who's super into just being authentic, and I'm passionate, so I could commit to a moment and get really enthralled and engulfed. So anytime I would do something that required me to either like control myself and or use my influence over people, I would be so into that moment and not really stand back and realize exactly what it is that I'm doing. And now that I'm getting older, I'm grown with a T, I'm able to stand back and see and really take in that, you have the power. Just like, yesterday we were talking about how I was able to manifest something over years, right? And just recalling that conversation, I'm like, you really did manifest that. You did that, seeking God, putting God first, it came to fruition. And that's an example of power, the power of manifestation, right? So, again, just answering your question, it's now in my growner days, because I ain't old. I say I ain't going to be old until I'm like 40 plus.
We just get fine like wine, baby.
Boom, straight like that. So in my growner days, I'm really starting to realize and take into account, you have power. And like you said, I could use my power for good.
Hey, we talking about using power for good. So before I go, anything like as far as to young entrepreneurs as they go on their journey and they learn, give them one piece of advice about power. Anything that you can think of, first thing that comes to your mind, and then we gonna dip on you hoes, and I'm gonna go home and set this shit up. You feel me? You feel me, shawty?
Yeah. Okay, so for my entrepreneurs, my God, power. Again, it goes back to remembering that this is my outlook. You feel me? I feel like when you are a good person and you strive to do well, okay, any desires of your heart, okay, that's not conflicting with goodness, right? I feel like if it's a desire, if it's a dream, it's there for a reason, right? And as entrepreneurs, we have to put in the work, we have to put in the dedication, all right, the commitment, the consistency. And along that journey, there are going to be times when you feel like, this is hard. Like, I just don't see it happening. 5 years into the game, 2 years into the game. And it's those moments you forget that you have the power, which is the ability and the capacity to see it through. And I want you guys to remember in those moments, in those trying moments, you got the power. And if the desire and the dream was given to you, it was given to you on purpose with a purpose. And don't ever forget it.
And don't you ever fix your lips unless you about to suck my dick, bitch. Don't ever forget it. All right, guys. This has been Corey in the Neighborhood. Love him to motherfucking death. He will definitely be in the neighborhood more often, but this is what we doing. That's what we talking about. Power, bitch. So, first I want to say thank you so much to Corey for just letting me pick your brain and use your energy. And I hope that this flows again, because one of the things, I don't know if he knows, is I don't before I upload videos, they're raw and authentic. That's a part of the brand. So I don't watch our videos. So when I recorded us, I didn't watch it again. I don't edit. The only thing I do is piece these videos together. So I'm going off of spirit. I'm channeling God. I tell you guys all the time, this is the story of a girl and God, and you get to watch This Is the Story of a Girl. And so hopefully this goes cohesively together. So forgive me for the ramble, and I'm so salty because I didn't start my podcast, and I'm not about to do it now. I just don't feel like it. So that part. So with today being Thorough Thursday, I think I'll start like this. I have been in so many situations where people, like, I think everybody in the world wants power. Like, it's a question that I ask my family. Would you want power, money, or respect? If you had to choose one, power, money, or respect. And I can't remember the answers, but all of my, because you already know, me and my family, we have really real conversations, and I'm pretty sure my sister may have said power, and my dad may have said power. I don't know. Fuck that. I want the respect. Put some respect on my shit. Because to whom much is given, much is required. And so that's one thing too. Once, as to my young hustlers and entrepreneurs and just anybody, just to my everyday person, when you have power, you have a responsibility to yield it responsibly. And a lot of people don't. A lot of people are reckless with power. Like Corey said, a lot of people want power to control. And understand, any like, I can't remember the adage, but any person that is forced to do something essentially that they don't want to will eventually rebel. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you use your power to make yourself or to stun on hoes and make people bend to your will, that it won't last. Like, trust me. Let's for instance, let's think about Hitler, bitch. He used his power to make people kill people. First off, this nigga, and this is an excellent example of power. Hitler was a dark-haired, mustache, feces-loving, fetish-having motherfucker that used his power, and that nigga had some power. He used his power to make people with blonde hair and blue eyes kill people who essentially look just like him. Probably so he could be the only one that looked just like him. Who fucking knows? But he had power. Which ultimately was the very same thing that caused his demise. Power. That little pussy got some power. Pussy in the sense, like, he was a pussy ass nigga. He had some power, but he had power. We got to be real with that. He had power. He used his power to influence people, to make them do things, to make him submit to his will, which conversely and consequentially caused his demise. Power. What power do you have? He was, and we talking superpowers, and we going into, we joking but not joking about this little, Aquarius, Saturn, Jupiter conjunction. His superpower was the power of persuasion. That nigga could talk. He probably could fucking try. He would do it. He'd give Jesus a run for his money. He'd probably be like, Jesus, let me sell you this speedboat. You can't walk on water. Like, cause think of the amount of power that he had to persuade these people not to, first off, to kill people who look like him. He said the perfect person was a blonde hair, blue eyed person. This nigga did not have blonde hair and blue eyes, but they didn't kill him, but he caused them to kill other people. You know what I'm saying? So that's an example of power. So I say that's a way that power is used for the bad. So let me think about power in a good sense, or in a different influential sense. Another person who had the gift of gab, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. They influenced people because Martin Luther King was known, just like Hitler, for his speech. He could persuade people to do things based off of what he said. And people would listen to him. The March on Washington, like he was, what he said, people did. He used that influence to make a change in the world for the better, for the progression of black people. Like, and it's so crazy because yin and yang, and that's so crazy because you already know on Spiritual Saturday we talked about balance. There must, like, and you have to understand, like I told you guys, Judas had a job. That's why it's important that you watch these videos in order, because everything relates. Judas had a job. Jesus knew Judas had a motherfucking job. And but for Judas, Jesus wouldn't be Jesus. Hitler had his job. Like, I'm not saying all hell Hitler, but Hitler had to do what the fuck Hitler had to do so that Martin Luther King could do what he had to do. Like, you gotta respect the player in the game. Everybody. That's why I don't ever trip on nobody. I don't ever trip when people do shit for me, to me, because I understand that haters get on your job. Like, you gotta have haters because they gotta do their job. Like, you ain't got haters, you ain't pop. You understand? You know what I'm saying? So like the yin and yang, both examples of power, both examples of the same, they both had the same type of power, but they both use their power differently. So, like, let's set that, that's the stage that's being set. Like, so that's to kind of give you an understanding of what power is and how power can be wielded. And so, to kind of go to what Amber Khan was talking about, I was watching her. Y'all, you already know I love to kind of watch different spiritualists for different things, and she was talking about, let's say, the scorpion. So let's think about a scorpion. She was talking about how when a scorpion stings a person, a Scorpio will never understand what it feels to be stung by a scorpion, because they already have that venom in their veins. Like, they will never understand how it feels to have a poison put into their blood. So they will never understand the effect they have on people. Power. They don't know their power. But when you, as a scorpion, so I know scorpions are animals, but they, technically, the only, my nerdy part of me, the only thing that differentiates us between animals, and differentiates us between animals is the fact that we have a neural cortex which allows us to make decisions. So let's, for instance, animals think. They have to be able to think. I don't know if they make good decisions because they don't have that neural cortex, but they think. And so when a scorpion stings something, it has no idea how it affects people, because no matter if another Scorpio stings it, like, they won't ever have, like, they can't ever feel their own sting, because the thing that they're injecting into people, they can't ever have injected into them because it's flowing through them. So, like, they don't know their own power. And so they will never know the damage that they do to another person. And so I say all of that to say it's important to know your power. It's important to know who you are, how you are. It's important to know the makeup of you. It's important to know the influence that you have on people. It's important to know how you affect people. It's important to know like what your actions have upon. It's important to be in tune with your motherfucking star player if you're gonna be a leader. If you're gonna go out in this world and show anybody anything, because if you don't know if you don't know how what you does or do affects people, then you're recklessly wielding power. You could be fucking up shit. You could say something to somebody that could fucking take them back so far, that could trigger them so far, and you don't even fucking know. And you started a train of things. You've started a domino effect of things, and one, you probably wasn't trying to, but you was reckless with your words, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So, like, power. Words are the most powerful thing that a person could ever have. Like, words, like Jesus said, Jesus spoke things into existence. Hello, somebody? That's a message, bitch. You can speak. You have the power to create your own reality. Therefore, you have the power to speak things into existence. Be careful what you say to me, cause it might turn around on you. Bitch, be careful what you say, cause it might turn around on you. What's your power? What have you been unconsciously creating with your motherfucking power that you don't even realize that you motherfucking been creating? Hello, somebody. I'm gonna sip my tea while y'all sit on that shit. So, like, what is your power? What is your power? Okay, so let's say you don't understand that your words create your reality, and you let somebody take your voice. So every time they walk in a room, you don't say nothing. A lot of y'all know I was a domestic, like I got my ass beat straight like that. I got my ass beat up a couple times. It'd be like that sometimes. But like being in, let's think about in relationships, a way that you can have your power taken. Like, you can be in a relationship where a person doesn't allow you to think for yourself. A person doesn't allow you to speak for yourself. A person doesn't allow you to do anything. So everything they do and they say, they then begin to create your reality for you. And now, like because you aren't saying anything and you aren't speaking up, your power is dormant within you. You're not using it, and you've given it away to somebody else. So now you living somebody else's life. You're living somebody else's life. not you living your best life. You living somebody else's life. You are living the words that they have created for you, because the things that you think, say, and feel, they're inside of you and they haven't been put out. You haven't put them into the world to create that I speak life type thing, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So who have you been giving your power away to? Who have you been letting create your reality, tell you who you're going to be, what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and you just sitting miserably on the inside thinking, well, that's not really what I want to do. Well, bitch, say that. Say that. Do, say, feel, be the things that you want to do. Take your power back from these hoes. You got the power. You have it. You know what I'm saying? But also to my people who influence and speak, and you do realize your power. Are you using it for good or bad? And who is to say, Rummy, y'all, you already know I love a good quote. And I love a quote, this quote, I love Rummy. He's one of my motherfucking favorite gurus. But Rummy said, out beyond the field and right and wrong, I'll meet you there. So I'm not here to tell you what's good or bad. I'm not here to tell you what's right or wrong. Because like I said, Judas had a job, so I don't know what your job is. I don't know what your mission in this world is. I don't know, because somebody, I keep telling you, somebody got to be the fucking crackhead to wipe the motherfucking window. Somebody got to be the server at McDonald's. Somebody got to be the bad guy, and somebody got to be the good guy. Whatever it is that you're supposed to do in this life, are you using your power to do that? Because I don't want to make it good or bad. And don't ever get it twisted. As for me, you already know, as for me in my house, I serve the Lord, but I can't tell you what God's job for you is. I can't. Somebody got to break your heart so that you can go inside and figure out who you are. That's the way life works. That's just the way it is. So you can't be mad at the person for breaking your heart. The person who had the power to break your heart, that may have been what they were supposed to do to make you come into your own, and you can't be mad at them. So you can't determine, that's another thing, you can't determine nobody else's power. You can't say that they power good or bad, or if they're using it for God's will, because you don't know what God's will is for their life. Hello, somebody, this might be too much for you hoes. Because people want me to be like, oh, well, that's definitively bad, and that's definitive. I'm not God. I'm just one of his vessels. As for me in my house, I could tell you, Drake got a song, what is it called? It's 8 out of 10. Let me see what he say. I want to quote this lyric. Because he's like, lucky for you, I settled on my role as the good guy. I guess faith was on your side. Like, I settled into my role as the good guy, but everybody don't have that role. I'm trying to see if I can find it. He's like, I guess look. Oh, okay. It says, as luck would have it, I've settled on my role as the good guy. I guess luck was on your side. That's exactly what it said. I guess luck was on your side. But everybody ain't a good guy. Everybody ain't supposed to be a good guy. Like, that's just reality. And here we don't dibble and dabble in what we like. And it's crazy because I'm such an idealist. I'm such a hope dealer. But a part of giving you hope is letting you know what the fuck is real. Like, I can't lie to you. I'm not gonna fucking tell you like bad people don't fucking exist, because that's one of the hardest lessons that I had to learn. And but the crazy thing is I see the good in everybody. So I got a couple sociopathic friends. I know some niggas that's probably some killers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do. But I see the good in everybody, and that's one of my gifts. That's one of my specialties. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's not me. But I'm sorry, message. Like message, but I got a message on my phone. Like, what are you using your power for? Are you using your power to accomplish the thing that God said for you to do? You know what I'm saying? For your, if you settle on your role, if you settle in your role as the good guy, are you using your power to do that? And I'm not encouraging people to go out and be bad guys. But the reality is, there's some sadistic motherfuckers out here. And sometimes God used good guys to do bad things. That's the thing too. Like what are you using your power for? Who are you giving your power away to? What is your power? My power is a power like I and the crazy thing is I don't really like I don't really know. Sometimes people have to tell me I got power because I don't give a fuck about that shit. Some people look for that shit. Some people thrive for the shit. Some people don't even want the money. They be like, give me the power. I be like, can I spend this power? Like, if I go to the store right now and be like, yo, I don't have no money, but I got power. Can I get all this stuff? A bitch gonna look at me like I'm on dog food. So, you know, that's the thing too. But, and also, business wise, like, power. Like, you don't have, like, let's say, you a young entrepreneur, because y'all know I'm one of my things is the corporate America hustle. Like, they won't give you their raise, but you have an influence to really make the changes that you want to make. I think that's comparable. You know what I'm saying? But you have to know that. You have to be aware of that. A lot of people think that money is the end all be all, but it's not. I think influence is just as important as power, as money. Matter of fact, because influence is a type of power. And I think they might be one. Matter of fact, I think influence is way more important than power. But yeah, I'm sorry, than money. Way more. Influence can get you way farther than money. You could change the world with influence and be broke as fuck. Hello, somebody? Huh? Hello, somebody? Message, bitch. If you got power, you can get a lot done with nothing. But the key is not to abuse your power and not to give your power away, and to understand it and understand how it works, so that when you do get it, that you wield it wisely, and that you don't inadvertently, like the Scorpio, sting people because you always had power in your veins. So you will never know what it feels like to be condescending, or to be spoken to condescendingly, because you a king or a queen. Like, you never, and I don't say this to be classist, but just to give you that idea or example. But you never been a peasant, so you don't know how it feels to talk to a peasant. That's why God sat and spoke and ate with the thieves and the peasants, so that he could kind of get an understanding. And even though he sat with the kings and the peasants, he was God. He'll never know what it felt like to be immortal. Hello, somebody? Message, bitch. And so when you are God and when you yield a certain power, and it's not to say, pause, let's be clear, bitch. It's never to say that anybody better than anybody else ever in this life. And if you ever think that you're in the wrong motherfucking place, because if you think you better than somebody, bitch, you got the wrong power. You stupid in your head, ho. But all people are different. And so understand that people aren't like you. And because people not built like you can never understand what it is that they go through. So when you deal with people and you wield your power, you can always go out and you can always try to feel and understand where they're coming from, but you will never be that person. So you will never understand how that person, how what you did or how your power has affected them. One of the things I will say when you're wielding power is have conversations with people. See how they feel about you. And that's why I say it's important to have a good team, because your team will keep you in check. Your team will be like, bitch, is you out your noggin? Oh, you feeling yourself. Oh, your head then got big, big, big. And that's the thing too. A lot of people get power and it goes straight to their head. I know y'all heard that expression before. Oh, he let that power go to his head. Be sure not to go let your power go to your head, because then you'll become an airhead and float away, bitch. That part. I just think it's important, because people have abused their powers with me so much. It makes me fear power. It makes me not want it. And that's another reason for this message as well, because I don't want anybody to fear power, because it's a good thing. It's a good tool. It's like, it's another tool in the toolbox. Drake has this, y'all, you already know I love Drake, but Drake says, and I think this is a good encapsulation of what real power looks like. He says, it's on my mirror downstairs. It's like, Work as hard as the soldiers so that they can so they'll have a hard time deciphering who's the general. Work as hard as the soldiers so they'll have a hard time deciphering who is the generals. Who is the general. And the 9 of Wands and tarot comes to mind as just like that. Like if I'm in the trenches with my people, then like, because first off, you already know, like, the person, niggas want the motherfucker with the power. Bitches is coming for you. Straight like that. Like, if you got the power, everybody gunning for you. Straight like that. Whether it's good or bad, they coming for that ass. But if you got the power and you look like everybody else, they can come for you, but they ain't gonna never find you. Cause you in the crowd. Hello, somebody. And don't like, and that's the thing too, like, you can't pretend to work in the field. Like, a motherfucker, like, you really gotta be about that action. You really gotta be in the trenches. Because if a person coming for your power, they know what to look for. So they know a person that's pretending to really work hard as opposed to a person who really work hard. You really gotta be about that. You really gotta be about doing the work, and really, you really have to be a soldier, but also be the general at the same time, but just have a general title. You know what I'm saying? It's like being a janitor, but really like walking around a corporation as a janitor, but people don't know you really the CEO. And I feel like when you do that, when you in the trenches and people don't know your power, that's really how you see how people, that's really when you see how people really move and feel about you. Because when they don't think you important and they don't know that you're really the one calling the shots, people tend to kiss ass for the people that they think can help them. And when they think that you can't do nothing for them, that's when they show their true colors. Character, like I shouted out my homegirl Wolfie, but character is who you are when you think nobody's looking. People show their character when they don't know who you are or what your power is. And so when you're really in the trenches, and this is not, I feel like this is like a 48 laws of power, and I really hate that idea because and that's so crazy that this is really coming back up. I hate the idea of the 48 laws of power because it's such a manipulation. But again, I say you can fool man, but you can't fool God. So you can manipulate people, and you can try to use this for your bad. But listen, God, everything you do, but God meant it for my good, bitch. So there's that. But like, when you really working and you really hustling and you really got a power, a real power, a power, and not no man giving power, a God giving power, because that's a different kind of power too. If your power come from God or do it come from man? Hey, give me the God power all day, because that man shit, y'all can have it. God does not give to you like the world does. Hello? So I don't want that shit. And so you need to realize who your power come from, because this motherfuckers in this world. And even when you like just thinking in corporate America, bitch, I'm going off. I hope this makes sense for y'all. But even so, like that boss that treats you like shit, or that person or that relationship or that friendship that treats you like shit because they think that you ain't nobody, that you ain't got nothing, that you ain't gonna never be nothing, but you really more powerful than them, because your power don't come from man, it come from God. But because your power come from God, you know you know that shit, I'm gonna just lay low. Like, I'm cool. Cause when God your bodyguard, when God on your team, that shit hit different. You know what I'm saying? A person with God power, they move different. That's another thing I want to talk to y'all about too. I'm sitting in the line. I tried the church's chicken sandwich yesterday. It was okay. My sister, so I text my family. They was like, my sister was like, Chick-fil-A got the best chicken sandwich. Girl, bye. I'm Team Popeyes. But I'm sitting in the thing yesterday, and I'm thinking, because I need to go watch The Godfather again, because I was like fucking through all of the movies, so I really need to pay attention to it. But that's the thing about, like, people be hollering about they gangster. And what I realized is, because I know some real gangsters, gangsters is the sweetest people. Like, and people be afraid of gangsters. I'm not like Bay a real gangster. Love him to death. But the gangsters is the sweetest people in the world. Like, when I say that, like, think of Michael Corleone in the fucking Godfather. Like, sweet. When I say the sweetest people in the world, you won't be able to. You can't spot a gangster that walking down the street. A lot of people think the gangsters is the people that look hard and walk around and smack people up with guns. And nah, gangsters is the sweetest people. When I say the sweetest people in the world, oh my God. And gangsters don't like to be, and gangsters don't really like to inflict pain on people. Like, people think gangsters are the ones that just go around and willy-nilly kill people. Nah, that's not gangsters. Like, a real gangster is like the sweetest, calmest, coolest, collected person that you'll ever meet in life. You, by meeting them, you would have no idea that they're a gangster. You would think that, like, if we're using the soldier analogy, you would never know they're a general, bitch. A real gangster. That's how a lot of these mob bosses, like, they Vegas for so long, because they sweet. They not the one that's popping off. They not the one that's in people's face. They not the one walking around blazing guns. They not that. They just like, they the ones with the biggest fucking hearts that love everybody, that's doing everything for everybody. That's why and that resonates with the Godfather, because the Godfather is the person who takes care of everybody. Just does. That's what his job is. He's the Godfather. He gotta be cool, calm, and collected. Because if he wasn't, you know, it gets risky. So, but that's power. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's God power. Like, and it's so funny because like you don't think of a gangster being a vessel of God, but I think they're some of the biggest vessels of God. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully this is making sense for you, or this making sense to you. But like, so just kind of going back to that analogy, like, when people with worldly power try to dominate people with God power, this is my message to the people with God power. If you know you really got God power, then what you sweat for? Because God, like, when man give you power, man take that. Man is Indian givers, bitch. I tell you, when God gives to you, he don't give to you like the world. You know what I'm saying? My power hit different when it comes from God, bitch. That's the thing too. So you got to know, what's your source of power? Whose source? Where do you get your energy from? My spirit, bitch, I got chills. My spirit comes from the Lord. My source of energy, my source of light comes from the Lord. Every day, all day, bitch. Every day, all day, bitch. And I'll call you a bitch and say God in the same sentence. Because my source is God. You feel me? So it's Thorough Thursday, bitch. We getting in. We going in. And I'ma go hard. So this is just a really a 360 view. I think that's how many is it? 360 degrees. Flimmy. I need to go take my little homeopathic thing. So people who have power, and your power come from God. If right now or ever in life you run across somebody who has man-made power, don't sweat it. Just sip your tea. No matter what it is, no matter what it is, no matter what they do to you, no matter what they say to you, no matter how they make you feel, just let that shit roll off you like you're a fucking raincoat, bitch. Because and when you wrapped in the armor of God, you are like I think my mentor said, everything you say to me bounce back to you. Like, everything that you do to me that you meant for my bad, it just reflect back to you. So, bitch, there is that. But power is such an interesting facet. It's an interesting thing. It's an interesting tool in our tool belt. But people with true power, they know how to move. Please check it for a while. Earpiece. Please do not let these niggas near me. People with power, please, like the God power. You gotta understand how to use your power. You gotta understand that, like, God don't give you power like the world give you power. And because you have that power, you have a responsibility to wield it a certain way. And I'll give you an example with me. Like I said not too long ago in my video, like, I can't. When people come for me, I just gotta let them. It's like I'm a Scorpio rising, but you can say something to me, but I got God power running through my veins. We make that analogous to fucking the scorpion. Like, I got a venom that I will never know what it feels like to have something like me tell you something, because I'm on team God. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can't act like I'm human. I can't act like I'm not a spiritual vessel or a spiritual being, because I am. And because I am, I have to act accordingly. I have to wield my power responsibly. So I can't walk around and tell these fuck boys and fuck girls that they fuck boys and fuck girls, even when they do me wrong. Because it hit different. When they sting me, it's nothing. But when I sting them, it'll change their whole life. I tell people all the time, I'm a walking trigger moment. But I didn't know that. And that's the thing too. Like that's when I learned my power. I learned my power when I started upsetting people. I'm like, I ain't even say nothing. Like what? I just said this. I was just being honest. Like this person maybe have called me all kind of dog ass, bitch ass hoes. Called me all kind of stupid. Then fucking did all of this fucked up shit to me. And I was just like... And I probably was like, bitch, that's why you never gonna be shit in life. I don't know if I ever told anybody that. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Because that's just not me. Like, I speak life into people, even when I'm mad. But I will check you. I will hold up a mirror to you. And what I said just caused somebody, like, you didn't beat my ass. But I said one thing to you and your whole world destroyed. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's because of the power in my words. And I don't say that in no cocky way. I ain't saying that in no way and saying I'm better than nobody else. But I'm saying that I understand my power and the power in my words. So when you call me, when you come at me sideways, I can't come at you the same way. I just got to say. And that's the thing about people too. Like, they look at me like I'm weak because I don't say nothing to people. Power is knowing when to shut the fuck up. Power is not always the exertion of your influence on someone else. True power and power for the good in my instance is knowing when not to exert that power. That's real strength. It's knowing when to hold them, fold them, and let it go. So sometimes, like most times when people do shit to me, like everybody in my family, they be so mad at me. They be like, you, ooh, bitch. My ears just started ringing so bad, bitch. That's a message. Like, but my family, they get so mad. They be like, you just let people do X, Y, and Z. And because I have to. Because it's not a fair fight. The quietest revolution, Amber Khan said, she was just like, it's like, if we're using that example, you always bring a gun to a knife fight. Even though the motherfucker stabbed you first and they probably deserve to be shot, you always bring a gun to a knife fight. And if you know that you always got a gun and you around a nigga with knives, just first off, I tell you, remove yourself because you can. But understand that you got a gun at a knife fight. That's a real thing. And a lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people don't get that idea. They don't understand the power they have. Sometimes they think that they fight. They think that they got knives at a knife fight when they really got guns at a knife fight. But it's important that you know what your power is and the influence and the effect that you have on people so that you can fucking know how to wield it. Because you may hurt more people than you intend to because you don't know your power. You didn't know that you had that much power. And when you know you have power, it lets you know how you can move, how you should move, when you should move. But a person with no power, a person who wants power, they move a little bit different. And then I'm gonna wrap this up because I feel like I'm getting rambly. But another thing Amber Khan said, a person that could beat you face to face, they don't ever have to go behind your back. So that's the thing too, like anybody, and that's how I know, that's another way to know I met somebody who on my level, or I met somebody who sees my power or also is just as powerful as me. When you could come to me like a man, I miss my baby so bad. I miss him so bad. I can't wait to talk to him. I haven't talked to him in a couple of days and I can't wait to talk to him. Sorry guys, y'all get all of this. Y'all know I'm crazy about bae. Do it on them. I'm sorry, just random side note. But when somebody can meet you where you at and they can take your like the God in me recognizes the God in you, know that. Like you could tell a tree by the fruit it bears. You could recognize real. Like Bae told me, I was telling him something, he was like, takes one to know one. I was just like, bet. Takes one to know one. So real will recognize real. You ain't gotta worry about it. But real can also recognize fake. You know what I'm saying? There is that too. But when you meet somebody with the same power as you'll know. You'll know when you both at a gunfight and not a knife fight. But you need to realize when you at a knife fight and when you at a gunfight. Hello? And if you at a gunfight, you probably don't have to fight because y'all both guns. Y'all probably both know that we both got guns. So, hands up. You know what I'm saying? That part. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. But power is a dangerous thing, but power is also a good thing. And I'm saying this for you and also for me because I tell you I run away from it. It's not something that I really like because I've seen it abused so much. And so I just really don't like it. But because I've seen it abused so much, I want to give you instructions on how to handle it, how to identify it, how to recognize it, how to understand it if you're wielding it recklessly. And pause. This is a self-reflection moment. Ask yourself, one, did I realize I have power? Do I have power? Have I been misusing my power? Have I wielded it recklessly? Because I didn't realize I had that power, have I inadvertently hurt some people? Hello, somebody. And sometimes we deal with people who have power as well that we may see, but that they may not see, and that's unrealized. And sometimes our goal, our job is to help them realize their power and let them know that they don't have to. You got a knife, but why? Because you really got a gun. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to keep bringing knives to the knife fight. You can bring a gun, and you don't know that, or you've been acting like you had a fucking gun at the knife fight. I mean, a knife at the knife fight, but you really had a gun, and now you don't understand why people be so hurt by the things you say, but that's because you don't understand your power. And I have to tell, like, my whole family got power, but they don't, like, a lot of times they don't realize what their power is, but I let them know, no worries. I had to tell my sister that shit. Like, she said something to me, and she was just like, oh, bitch, I was, she was like, that's still on your mind. I ain't know. I said, yeah, absolutely. Because Drake got this line that says, and some people got to tell me they proud of me. That mean a lot to me. Yeah, she got power in my life. But I had to let her know that. She didn't realize that. And once you let people know that they have a certain power in your life, they can treat you accordingly. Now, once you let them know they have their power and they decide to wield it recklessly, that's when you cut. It ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. But that's a whole nother tangent for a whole nother day, bitch. Like, how to deal with motherfuckers when they abuse their power. You cut them bitches off ASAP. That little pussy got some power. All right, guys. So this has been Thorough Thursday in the Neighborhood. Shout out to Corey once again. Hopefully y'all enjoyed his gym that he dropped off while I was at the motherfucking gym. I'm about to look up this Kevin Gates song, but I could talk about power all motherfucking day. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this little video out or whatever, because that part. Let me see. I had sent myself some messages. B. Michael Carleone. Oh, I don't know why I put this, but life is not a spectator sport. I put this, I typed it in my phone last night to talk about today. But that's a thing too. That's why I put it. And then while I'm looking up this, I'll tell you. So I don't have any social media, but when I'm really bored at night and I can't sleep, I'll like lurk some of my friends or like old friends. And now I realize they're old friends. I see a lot of people, especially with the happenings in politics and things like that. Like, especially on Twitter, like spectating about, well, I would do this or I don't know why I keep typing sorry. Or like, I would do this, or like, why they not doing this, or, well, I hate this. Like, I be wondering, like, shut the fuck up. Like, people talk a lot. They talk about change. They talk about the things that they want to do, but they don't do shit. All they do is ever talk. Like, what are you doing to change the shit in your life? Like, how are you using your power to make a change in the world? You don't like what you see, get the fuck off Twitter. Stop fucking talk about it. Start a podcast. Get in the fucking community. Fucking start a conversation. Have interesting conversations with your motherfucking friends. Like, you feel me? Like, but and it's okay, but like, it's a lot of people who really just complain. I hate a motherfucking complainer, especially a complainer that don't really do shit. Like, I ain't ever seen you do shit for the community. I ain't never seen you, and it's not, and I can say this because people don't see what I do, but Like, if we in a conversation, like, if I've had a conversation with you and I try to put you up on game and you more worried about, like, stupid ass shit, then shut the fuck up. Straight like that. Like, you a waste of power. Bitch, it's some motherfuckers that's waste of powers. It's motherfuckers who got platforms who just waste their motherfucking power, bitch. I feel like when they get to heaven, God gonna be like, so bitch, I gave you this much power to use here, and instead you went and you just did blow. Like, that's it. You didn't, like, your power, matter of fact, it's still there. It's just, you died because you did too much blow. like I don't know. We gotta, let me talk to the angels real quick, because you know I'm God and we cool. You know, I'm forgiving and shit, and I understand life got hard, but I gave you all this power and you didn't do anything with it, and you did a lot of blow. So let me talk to my right and my left hand, Holy Spirit, Jesus. You know, we'll be back. Like, I feel like that's what's gonna happen when you get to the pearly gates. You know, like maybe not, but don't waste your power. Don't do blow and waste your power. If you got influence, use it. Use it to do whatever it is that God called you to do, whatever that is. And I can't tell you that. Nobody can tell you. A young lady asked me, she said, Leanne, what's my calling? What's my purpose? I can't tell you that. And anybody who try to sell you your motherfucking purpose can tell you what you here to do. Yeah, bitch, let me, like my dad say, let me sell you this air, bitch. This air in this barrel, bitch. I'm serious. Like, I got some shoes that help you walk on water. No. It's just $1 billion. I just need your life savings and your fucking first son. Oh, you can't have kids? I got this pill that can help you have kids too. That's how I feel. like shit. But yo, it has been a episode in the motherfucking neighborhood. I'ma run this Kevin Gates song, cause it's just stuck in my head. But power, I got the power. You got power. What is it? What everybody talking about superpowers? Like, what's your power? Like for real though. Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be so asinine to think that the power is something as not to say, bitch, if you think you can fly, bitch, go on. I believe I can fly. The last person that said he believe he can fly get pissed on bitches when that was 14. So there's that. But neither here nor there. Like, let's bring it into the earthly realm. Let's ground our idea of the superpowers that we were supposed to receive on the 21st of December. What's your power? Like, when you do this thing, it makes other people do things. It has an effect on other people. What's your power? How do you use it? Do you give it away? Questions that need answers. All right, guys, it has been a wonderful episode in the motherfucking neighborhood. I feel really good about this. My ears went off like, ring the alarm. I've been through this too long, and I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arm type shit. Be like that sometimes. All right, commercial, no commercial. Commercial. Creepy ass commercial like that. Oh, it's about Taco Bell. They fries look good though. I'm gonna let this bitch run. Let it be a run. We're gonna let this bitch run. Trying to ride it for hours, babe. Hey. You know I like it when I mean what I want. my shit. Hey. Please stand up. Hey. He do this. The free hand up. Hey. Love. Alright guys, this has been an episode in the motherfucking neighborhood. Power, bitch. You got it. Just know how to wield it. Use it wisely. Use it for your calling. Whatever that is, whatever God got for you. It's been thorough motherfucking Thursday in the motherfucking neighborhood. Guys, go get it. Please, I'm begging you. Please go get it. Because if you don't, you fucking already know somebody else will.